Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so excited today to be interviewing another Meet, Marry, Get Unstuck in Love success story. Meet Sabrina Dora. She's amazing. She is an Ayurvedic healer and practitioner, and she lives between Argentina and Florida. And we have some really great news to share with you. So, Sabrina, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Bari, for having me today on Facebook.
Of course, I know everyone's going to be inspired by you and your journey because we can all really relate. So let's start at the beginning. What was your dating life like before you came to the program, before we met, before we got together?
Before I started working with you, it was non-existent. I mean, I was literally laying down on a couch after work and just thinking too much about what I wanted in my life without actually doing anything. So I wasn't actually dating when I met you.
Yeah, yep. And then what prompted you to get with me?
I mean, what prompted me, I think basically like I was in a lot of pain. Like I was in a lot of heartbreak. I was in a lot of just, I was in a lot of lethargy at that time. I had just broken up, or a few months prior, I had broken up with somebody I had been with for about 3 years. And I was really sad, and I was really disappointed and really hurt, and I was angry. And so I just knew that despite all of that pain that I was in, that there had to be a better life for me. Like I knew that so many people were in wonderful, healthy relationships, and that's really what I saw for myself. So I think it was a mix of just even despite how hard it was to know that there was a little glimmer of hope, and I think what helped a lot was I literally just looked at your website and watched a ton of the videos on your website of different stories of people having gone through your program and having met people that were amazing, and just knowing that existed. But yeah, I think it was a lot, for me, it was coming from a place of it can't be like this. My life feels like it's missing something huge. And also it was just a lot. It was just a very painful breakup. So it's I wanted to get out of that.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
I didn't really have a lot of energy to do it, actually. I really felt like it was in a deep hole. So I knew that this time around, with this split up, I really needed some help to get out of it.
Right. And so what did you notice once we started the program? What were some big changes or shifts that really allowed you to get out of that big hole?
I mean, one of the big shifts that I felt over time was just how much you hammered in the real narrative. Because we can tell ourselves a story about how this person or this relationship gave me certain things, and just be sad over things, but you really hammered in just how, call it toxic or abusive or just unhealthy the relationship was, and just how it was never really going to work. So it really was a fantasy that I had in my mind for a while, that things could work out. And so you really, or that it was my fault or anything, you just really hammered in the truth, the reality behind it. And so that helped me. Really, it took a while. It really took a while for it to sink in through my skull. That, to snap out of a trance that I was in of, sadness and gloom. And so I think that was a big breakthrough. It was all right, it wasn't working out. It wasn't going to work out. This person was never going to go in the direction that you wanted to, was not a good person. So I needed that perspective, just a very clean, objective perspective, be told to me many, many times. And the other thing was I think on an unconscious level, sometimes we know that we attract people who are coming, we attract basically a mom or dad, or people who mirror back to us things that we've had to go through as children. And so we might know that unconsciously, or not know that, but we might do it unconsciously. But then you help us see that consciously, you help me see that consciously, and so I was oh wow, yes, a lot of the different patterns that I had as a kid with mom or dad, I basically recreated that as an adult. And, no blame here, but just like, don't do that, again, because now you're aware of it. What do you want? So you helped me see exactly not just what I wanted, but what was good for me.
That's right. And one thing that really stands out, so many of us have been addicted to relationships that were not good for us. And we know intellectually, like, what am I doing getting into that? But we do it anyway, right? There's this pull. And what really stood out for you is after the fact, on the other side, you said something to me, given that now you're with someone wonderful, looking back in hindsight, what that was for you, that almost that punishing, why we're in that space, like why it's so hard to get out. What did you notice about that?
I mean, what I said, I think, was that it's very seductive to be in that space.
Seductive.
Yeah, it's like very seductive. It's like it kind of just like traps you, because it's really like, for a lot of us, or I think a large majority of us, like we're more familiar with that state of just like pain than like we are with like it feeling really good, And so it can be really seductive to be in that pit, because at that point, like, you don't have to do anything if like things are so bad, So like I knew that I wasn't going to be there forever, but I definitely like knew that I was in that space for a while and wanted some like basically like what is it that you throw, like a lifeguard throws, like
a safety net or a
safety thing. Like I was like, I needed something like that, to like move forward in a way. Like I really did need that push with the group. The group really helped a ton, like the women that I was with. And, there's men in the program, but I was connected with women in our accountability group that really helped a lot. Like truly, it felt very like sacred, very from like God. We send each other, and
That's right.
and encouragement.
That's right. Because there's magic really in identifying with others and realizing, oh my God, I'm not alone in this and being stuck. Right. And it gives really a tremendous sense of contrast. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you because you have dreams. What are some of the dreams that you were really wanting for years? Like, what's your vision?
What are some of my dreams? I mean, one of my greatest dreams is to be a mom and to have kids with my husband and to be married and to have a home with him and with our kids and to live in nature and to like have a blast, all together and traveling and, to live a very free life too, free in the sense that like we can create our work schedule. We have more than enough to see the world and to, to support each other. And I mean, I think they're like very simple dreams, but like they like feel very like, imminent. Like they've been on the, on the dream list for a while. So I'm just very eager to make them happen.
That's right. And so often we have these dreams. Who here that's listening, like has a big dream, but you notice there's a big gap in actually actualizing that dream because of things we tell ourselves. Then we get addicted to people that cannot meet our needs and will not meet our needs, but we try and we stay stuck, right? So there's a big gap that needs to be filled for sure. And it takes courage to be willing to raise your hand and say, yeah, I want some expert help.
Yeah.
So now let's fast forward to like where you are now. It's just 5 months later of really opening up and designing and shifting. So what's your life like now? You met someone wonderful, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally nuts. I mean, like when you say 5 months later, like it's like a ton of time, but at the same time, it's like no time, So it was like, okay, I honestly was like, I'm going to do Barry's coaching program. And, I did your program many years ago, but I didn't really do the program. So this time I feel like I really did the program and I surrendered and I just followed the recommendations, And so I don't know if I am just in awe. Like I've said to you, like I'm in awe because like things happened, like things that we've been wanting to have happen. Just like, what for me? Like I knew like, and I believe that it can happen for other people. But for me, I was like, okay, like that's where like there was a smidgen of like some doubt. But yeah, no, I met someone amazing. and I'm totally in love with him. I mean, he's an incredible person. Apart from being in La La Land, like, you know, in love, like there's just very honest, real conversations and tons of quality time together, and just a lot of transparency about what we both want. We both want the same things. I mean, he's so much fun, you know, like I thought I would have to maybe negotiate some of things, and like he's beautiful and he's, you know, to be with. He's so talented. And you know, it's amazing.
Oh, and I know that he feels like he won the lottery with you.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
That's right. Right. And Sabrina had a concern, a fear, will he be beautiful and all those, the picture, right? Because when we're
like attraction, like in terms of attraction, just like sexual chemistry, I was like, well, maybe you have to like, yeah, you know, like you find a good guy and it just might not be like so like, you know, hot, but like no, like I feel like all of my dreams came true and way better than I could have ever imagined. Like that's what I said to you too in another conversation. I was like, wow.
That is so typical of what I hear. It's way better than I ever imagined. That is so wonderful. Right. So we're looking at, specific, we're looking at a shared vision, right? Shared vision, shared values, attraction, timeline. So your dream is really already happened, right? It's you're in your dream. Yeah, I love that.
You know, it's a dream, but it's a dream that's come down into like the material world, you know, like that's what I'm grateful for.
Yes. Because once we let go and we learn and we design and we clear the past and we take the steps, right? And we all have our own blocks, our own limitations, our own fears that really do come from our core trauma that very often is not resolved, that we resolve together. Yeah. So what are you most excited about now that you have this amazing man in your life?
I'm excited to live together. You know, I'm really excited to live together. I'm excited to get to know his son more. He's got a beautiful son, and I already adore his kid. He's awesome. I'm looking forward to spending more time with him too, and like doing trips together. And, I'm excited to meet his mom. I'm excited to meet my loved ones in the United States, like my dad and my other brother. And I'm excited for us to start to create the vision that we both have together, of having a family together, of having kids together, of having a home together. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited. I'm like a little bit like, wow.
It's real. Like people say, will it happen? Is that from the past, is that the best? Because we don't believe that it's really possible, like you said.
But I'm also excited for this phase. This phase only comes once. It's just like the beginning phase of meeting somebody. And it's like really, it's really, everything is new, so I'm excited about this phase where there's like the more of like the wonder and the newness and like, the trips together where we get to know each other in a deeper way. I'm really excited about that.
I love that.
The lightness that is also part of this, like the first chapter of a relationship.
Right. Yeah. And it's funny. And there's a structure for that part. The way we date and begin a relationship is all about really dreaming together and designing together. There's none of this like wait and see. It's more like because you've attracted the right person.
Yeah. So he's the one who's like initiated us like sitting down and like writing lists of our dreams and like our priorities and our 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, dream. Wow.
That's right. And what also strikes for me is in what you're saying is Sabrina did the program quite a number of years ago, but it wasn't like her time. She wasn't fully ready to do it. So when people ask me, what does this program work for? It works for people who are ready to find their love, who who are ready to clear their trauma, who are ready to have something brand new and be in a future focused life. So Sabrina, to build on that, the people listening, watching this, are in this situation where they're stuck. They want something different, and you really took it on. So, what would you tell them about taking on, investing in themselves to change their life? What do you want them to know?
Yeah, I mean, what I'd want people to know is that this program specifically is 100% worth it. Like, this program is really worth it. Like, if you really want to meet someone special, like a quality partner for your life, it's worth doing this program. It's worth not just signing up for it, but actually doing the work.
Doing the work.
Like, if you're going to do this program, do the work in the program, because Bari knows what she's doing, and the method, the system works, like, it's not like there's magic, but magic also has like a blueprint behind it, so there's a blueprint that you have that it just also replicates across your life. It multiplies across your life. So, like, I would say, yes, you have to be ready, but don't waste too much time either, because like, you could be living with someone that you love, and like, your life shines in a way bigger way. Of course, you have to love yourself, and you have to like know how to be with yourself, and all those things are true. But like, I think also, like, it's totally perfectly fine to know that you like really actually want to be in a relationship, and like, you're sad because you're not in a relationship. Like, that's okay too. I think there's a lot of like things on social media around like, you need to be like happy before you meet someone, and like, you need to have your cup full, and like, sometimes like, you need to do the work, but like, you can also like be sad because you really feel like you're a better like human on this planet when you're in a relationship, and relationships are where you thrive, being in a healthy relationship. So like, I would say, don't spend too much time thinking about this program. The one program that I think, like, if you're going to do anything related to relationship, love gets you, where you want to go, which is living with someone you love or being with someone you love. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Works.
So that's right. That's the point. It works. It works when you do the work, right? For sure. And look how quickly things transform.
Yeah.
So Sabrina, we're all so excited for you and to see everything unfold. You so deserve it. You're such a beautiful soul, and you deserve to receive love and spread light into the world through your children and the healing work that you do. So yeah, of course.
I mean, I also like, I don't know what else to say, but like, I really feel like this is a very, like, it's a privilege also to be a part of this community and to have done this program. And like, I also just want to say like, that you don't just roll people through the program, like, you're by everyone's side every step of the way. There's time with you that is priceless. I know I can ask you questions throughout the program and after the program that like, you'll be available to answer, and that's not common.
Right. It's my mission, my passion, and that is what you deserve, that value when you join, to have the support that you need. And then I get so much joy to put people on the wall, on my wall of love, but of healthy love. Healthy love.
It's not just like, oh, you want to make sure that people meet someone so that you can like, get a result. No, definitely not. Like, you are like a very discerning between what is actually a promising lead in terms of like when people are dating and what's not. Like, super discerning.
Yeah, because it's healthy love. It's conscious love that we want. We've all been in relationships, but often they've been with emotionally unavailable men that cannot meet our needs. And that's just a reflection of really our wounds, what we feel we deserve. So we can't just intellectualize it. We have to embody it. And you did, and you are, and it's beautiful. So thank you so much, Sabrina. Really appreciate you sharing from your heart with everyone. And if you're watching and you want this level of success for yourself, it's available. So we'll put the link below, meetsmarry.com/apply. Let's set up a call and really set up your life for success and joy with your soulmate. Okay, till next time. Sabrina, thank you so much.
Bye. This
Bye.
was fun. I loved it. Thanks, Bari.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.